To me, Little League is more than a baseball program. It's sort of a youth education program where we're teaching sportsmanship, and more than developing baseball players, we're trying to develop good citizens.
For many of us, we look back on our childhood and remember meeting with friends in the field, a bat in hand, and the feeling of excitement from the game of baseball that is soon to ensue. Little League, a volunteer-run program played by 40 to 50,000 kids across Canada, creates these memories every summer for the Canadian youth.
And once the white base bags are out, the kids get excited about it. And I still remember it to this day because it was so long ago. He would look up and say, "Look, Ma, just like the big leagues."
Well, Little League is a baseball program for children aged 4 to 16, and it's been running in Canada since the early 50s, and we go right across the country.
In 1951, the first Little League charters were in Vancouver, BC, Little Mountain, and in Glace Bay in Nova Scotia. They first started playing in 1951. In 1952, there was Little League in Montreal, and the Kiwanis Club in Quebec actually was the first international team at the World Series.
Little League is a successful organization that has been running for over 65 years in Canada. It's an inexpensive sport where you work closely with teammates and coaches for games of baseball with family and friends cheering on the sidelines. Kids can begin playing Little League as young as 4 years old, and the memories they create when they're up at bat are irreplaceable.
Well, I think baseball is easy to play. You don't need a lot of, you can play that out in your backyard. You can walk down to the corner. All you need is basically a baseball glove and a bat and a ball, and you can be playing. 20 guys can be playing, or 20 girls can be playing.
Many people believe that hockey is the most popular sport in Canada for kids to play. But Little League Baseball has been holding its own with the continued support of not only thousands of kids, but thousands of parents and volunteers that help keep the organization going. With the enormous fan base and the support from the Toronto Blue Jays, the team has also influenced the interest of kids across Canada to join the Little League teams in their hometowns.
Little League in Canada grew rapidly in the 70s, but the big growth of Little League in Canada was in the 90s when the Blue Jays actually won the World Series a couple of years, and membership in Little League in those years was in the over 70,000, and now we're down at 50,000 or so. But there was a real growth, and that growth was spurred by the Blue Jays and the Montreal Expos.
Over the years, uniforms have changed and updated for kids who play Little League. Wooden bats have changed to metal bats. Helmets have changed and have become more accommodating for modern times. Little League is an affordable organization that provides their players with all the equipment that they need.
Well, they're usually provided with the uniform to wear for the season, all the equipment that they use during the season, helmets, bats, balls, all that's provided.
Little League Canada has over 100,000 volunteers that help continue to run the organization. Most of the time, it is parents who volunteer to support their children, but there are volunteers who continue to come back year after year to help out and join the excitement of the game.
Little League, it's a community event, and then it becomes a family event, so that when the kids would come out to register for baseball, well, we were looking more at getting these fathers involved and see if we get them involved and get the mothers involved. So it's getting the whole family involved.
The memories that Little League creates are memories that last a lifetime. Some of those who play Little League are still in touch with their childhood teammates and coaches. It's a program that prepares kids for the future, and players learn more than just the basic knowledge of baseball.
It challenges you. You really have to be able to deal with the adversity, and that always helps in any walk of life, whatever work you're doing.
The Little League experience prepared me well for the next few years, and I think again the teammates and the coaching prepared me for not just baseball but for life in general. That sports in general sort of teach you, how to get along in a group. That teamwork's important, and if you work together, you can accomplish a lot or more as a group working together than you can as an individual.
If you're interested in getting involved with Little League Canada, or would like to know more information about Little League Canada's baseball, softball, or Challenger programs, please visit www.littleleague.ca.